Hi, everybody. I am Dr. LaKisha James, and welcome to Talks with LaKisha. Today, I have the pleasure of having a conversation with someone that's dear to me. His name is Ambassador Dennis Yormie. He is the founder of Optics Teacher Training Institute out of Liberia. Welcome, Ambassador Dennis. How are you doing today?
I'm great, Dad. And you?
I am fantastic. You know, it's been a while
Yeah.
since we've seen each other, so I'm so psyched. I'm so happy that you said yes to appear here. So, what we're going to do, we're going to start out on talking about Optics Teacher Training Institute. Tell us more about that learning institution.
Well, let me say thanks firstly for this invite. And indeed, I'm honored. I'm honored. It is an honor to be here on this platform. Yeah. So basically, the Other Teacher Training Institute, we focus on the practical aspect of education and also imparting teachers in training and school leadership programs. Yeah. We also equip educators around the globe with the tools necessary for evolving education landscapes across the continent of Africa. Yeah.
Thank you, Dennis. I know you and I met, I think it was last year. You invited me to speak on your platform, and now we work together. I'm the executive director of Optus Teacher Training Institute. So I love the mission and vision of Optus Teacher Training Institute. And I just love Liberia as a whole. I cannot wait to visit for graduation. Thank you for giving us the backstory behind Optus Teacher Training Institute. So, what was the core problem you saw in education that inspired you to start Optus Teacher Training Institute?
The core problems.
Yes.
Okay. One of the main issues or core problem I saw with education in Liberia and most especially our uh, African countries is that many schools they lack resources, right? They lack resources and teachers training as well. They lack resources and teachers training, which with these tools it helps teachers to have it helps students, right? Or also the teachers to provide or to produce a
Mhm.
quality education for our school kids. So we saw it necessary because looking in this aspect as an issue where in which we are seeing some issues, some cause effect on our school kids. We
Mhm.
think it necessary as well that to fill in these gaps, we need to make ourselves available. We need to provide a training where in which we help to qualify our school teachers so that our pupils, our school going kids to have a efficient and effective education within Africa.
I love that. I love that. And I know for me, when I first came on, I was just amazed at how hungry that you guys are for knowledge and just learning more. So I listen, my hat's off to Liberia because you guys are just some amazing people, amazing people. Now, with the Optics Teacher Training Institute, is it a certification program or a diploma program?
Adult Teachers Training Institute is we do run a certificate programs and that of diploma program. So we
Okay.
have both programs running within the Adult Teachers Training Institute. Yeah.
Okay, great. And Dennis, why did you get started? How did you get started in education? I know it's
Wow.
like a oh my why is just so many things that we do, why we do. But how did you get started?
Okay. Uh, Actually, I saw a gap, like I said, from the earlier stage, right? I saw a gap in the teachers training and school management, most especially in my country, Liberia, right? I
Hmm.
saw this gap within the educational cycle or the educational system and the school management process because most of our educational system is damaged in Liberia and looking on the wider landscape or landscape of Africa, we are also, you know, at the backyard of providing quality education. So looking at this gap, which is also we are so necessary, we are so expedient, we wanted to make a difference, right? It is our passion, it is our purpose and our dream to make a difference. So through making this difference, uh, we saw it necessary by by organizing this vision, this dream, which is the Active Teachers Training Institute, meaning to elevate the educational standard within Liberia and Africa at large.
Okay. Okay. Now, was this the first choice of as a profession of yours, or would you just say that it was something else? Was this like
Come
something that
again?
you wanted to do from the beginning? Was it something that you always wanted to do, start a learning institution, or was it something else that you wanted to do?
Yeah, it's something that I've always dreamed about, right? I've
Mhm.
always dreamed about this. Yeah, because the gaps that I saw within my nation educational system and even Africa when I was a growing child, a growing kids, uh, the kind of education that I received
Mhm.
and where in which we were not addicted to technology. We never had technology. We never had the opportunity to do research. Yeah. So looking at these gaps where our parents, you notice that they would after class they will gather at a specific individuals or some of our colleagues' house because at that time you only found one book. If you are doing like English, you only find language at one book in the entire country, in the entire nation. So you
Right.
have to gather right at that individual's house who has the book. And every one
Wow.
of you sit to do your assignment. Looking at these gaps where we are still in the constructivist uh, way of teaching, that is those traditional way of teaching, looking at those gaps, it has always been my dream, it has always been my goals that we have to do something about this. We
Mhm.
must make the correction. Those ills that have been affecting our people in past time, as a young generation there must be a change. So it have always been our dream, of course.
I love it. And I know every time I hear you speak with so much passion. And I know Option Teacher Training Institute is such a passion for you. Now, what courses does Option Teacher Training Institute provide?
All right, so the Active Teachers Training Institute, like I said, we are a brilliant institution. Dot a minute, please. Let me come and check.
Okay.
All right, so we have courses on school planning and management. We have courses on advanced teachers training, uh, and also we have courses in leadership and management, in education, in business. Yeah. So we cannot name all of the courses, but these are basis category that our courses fall within.
Okay, great. Because I know right now we have the leadership and business training going on now, which I facilitate, and you're facilitating the teacher training, which I'll be actually training on. I want to say what, February the 13th, I think. Yeah, February the 13th. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I'll be training on. Okay, great. Thank you for that. And how do you ensure content quality and relevance to the courses that you provide?
Our content quality.
Yes, and
So
relevant.
looking at providing quality education, most especially in teachers training, we must have a content, right? And due to have this content, we have partnered with local experts and also global educators, right? To keep our content practical and also to align with the needs of Africa's and Liberia, yeah, the needs of Liberia in Africa. So our content, we have partnered with local experts, right? And also we have partnered with global educational experts for which our content is well structured and
Hmm.
is in place, in alignment with the Liberia's needs and African needs as well.
Okay, great. Now, when you came up with the list of courses that you were going to provide, did you see like a need for it or just something that you thought that the leaders needed in your country? Does that make sense?
You come in.
Yeah. The courses that you provide, like the teacher training, the business and leadership, did you see a need for that or just something that you thought that, like, hey, I just wanted to provide this training in this course or that course? Did you see a need for the courses that's being provided by
Yeah,
your instructors?
yes. Like I said, there is a need for these courses, right? Let us look at in the educational landscapes, right? Like I said, in Africa, most
Hmm.
especially Liberia, yeah, we we are still in the constructivist, that is the traditional way of education,
Hmm.
where you will have 20, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 students within a classroom. And not just the number of students within a classroom, but you notice our classroom in Liberia, in Africa, we are not addicted to technology. So
Hmm.
painting a course called uh, inclusive technology within the classroom, it help bridge the gaps between the traditional uh, education system and also the pedagogical educational system. So we have come to a point, all of our courses or the content that we offer, right? It basically situated around taking the teachers to be the boss of the class using the teacher-centered method of education where you have only the teacher being the boss, do the talking, do the explanation, do the correction of people. We are trying to eradicate that system, right?
Hmm.
Where only the teacher should serve as the boss of the classroom. No. This time around, we are saying the teacher is a guardian. He must serve as a guardian for the pupils. Meaning, if you go to the classroom, you must try to give the children a mindset of critical thinking instead of just being a actual aspect where you just give tests and students give you response. But you must give them critical thinking questions, make them allow them to
Yeah.
think for themselves, right? So these are things that we need within our society. So, like I said, these gaps, yeah, with these gaps, our content it is really needful for our nation, Liberia, and also our continent, Africa. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Now, in the future, do you think that you're adding more courses or these are the four that you're sticking with?
You know, with the mindset that I have, right? For every time you enter a new generation, there must be amendment.
I agree
Are
with
you there?
that. That's for
Yeah.
certain.
So you will not, for this generation, we need technology.
Hmm.
We need pedagogical education. So for every generation, every new generation, there are ills, there are gaps that will be provided, and you need a cause, right? You need a
Yeah.
situation for which these gaps that have occurred to be to be like resolved. They need to
Mm.
be resolved. So you cannot stick to to these schools that you have already have within your curriculum. You cannot stick with them, right? So in order to have the new generations who are coming after this generation, in order to
Mhm.
have them, uh, let's say, getting connected, being more impacted through your education, there must be amendment of your curriculum. Every time you must try to revisit the curriculum. So as year comes and go, you notice that the old courses, though they will still be in the curriculum, but they will be added to.
Yes, I love that. I love that. Because I was just before you and I had got on to have our conversation, I was speaking to another one of my talk show guest, and I was like, back in the day when I was in school, I'm not gonna tell you guys how old I am, but when I was in school, technology was just kind of like really just starting. Now it's like technology is always evolving. It's always something different that we need to catch on to. It's always something that we need to learn. So I like that good point with an amendment to the courses
Sure.
that you have. Now, you did mention in the beginning that you do have some partnerships. What do you believe in the power of collaboration? It's always some negatives and positives when it comes to collaboration with other organizations. What is your power and the belief of that?
Collaboration is actually key, right?
Mhm.
To every man's success, we need collaboration. There must be a collaboration. So it is key. We have a common saying that says, no man is an island, right? No man is an island. You need people to rally around you because without the help of an individual, you cannot grow with your dream.
This is
So
so true.
collaboration is key, right? And like I said, we partner with schools. We have partnered with schools, with NGOs, and with governmental bodies, right? And this help us to imply or to amplify our impacts made within society. So collaboration is so key. And without collaboration, there will be no success, right? Because the
Hmm.
one will always do, and you will get tired doing. You need people who will stick by you, who will encourage you, who will give you a word of enthusiasm, a zest spirit. Yeah.
Hmm.
People who have a like-minded people of yourself, you need them around you. So Alternative Teachers Training Institute, with this mindset, we have partnered with 46 institutions, both local and international. 46 institutions. Yeah. So this institution, like talk with LaKisha, she's one of our partner as well. Yeah. So with this institution, it helps to amplify our impacts. And we have a common irony with our yeah, I can say irony, right? If you educate one person, you have made a lot of impacts. Do you know that?
I love
Sure.
it.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah, I think in addition to what you're saying, like collaboration just bring like a different perspective. Like you said, like-minded individuals, we can say the same things. We have the same ideas, but it just brings a different perspective, very
Sure.
different perspective.
Indeed, indeed.
So, who is Ambassador Dennis outside of being the founder of Optus Teacher Training Institute? Are there any other things that you're working on?
Oh. Yeah. Outside of Otiv Teachers Training Institute, Ambassador Dennis is a hustler. Yeah, he is a hustler. Not just being a hustler, right? But a God-fearing individual.
That is for
Yeah,
certain. That is for certain.
he's a
Because you
God-fearing
just
individual.
graduated from theology school, right? Are you? No, it's
Yeah,
coming up.
yeah. Last year, there was a bachelor program did in biblical theology.
Mhm.
And the graduation was successful last year. And we went back to the same institution from America. That is the Petame Bible Seminary. Yeah. And this year, February, we will be coming up with master in
Oh,
theology.
that's
So
exciting.
outside of Active Teachers Training Institute, uh, Ambassador Dennis is a hustler. He's he's a pastor. Yeah, he's also a very hard working and committed individual. Yeah.
That you are. For working with you for almost a year, I could, yes, ditto. I agree with that wholeheartedly. Now, you recently got married. Congratulations on that. How's married life?
Hey, it's good.
It's
Yeah, it's
good.
good.
I love it.
Sure. So
I love it.
though there is a challenging time, right? But in saying all things, we should give thanks, right? In his word.
Amen to
So
that.
he said there will be a favor. In marriage, there's favor. But
Absolutely.
we have challenges. I must say, if if this recording will be posted, I will say to those who are being inspired, who are being motivated to get married. Marriage is not sugar and honey, right? In our common Liberia vernacular, we say it's not bread and butter. It has challenges. But
Hmm.
how well you sit with yourself, right? How well you surround yourself with, like I said, like-minded people, and
Hmm.
also how well you are able to manage your home, then that will make marriage a bread and butter for you. But it have challenges. But marriage is actually sweet. Yeah,
Yeah, I've heard. I've been married too. So yeah, it definitely has its up and down. It's like you really learn a lot about yourself through marriage.
true, true.
Absolutely. So is there anything new that you're working on, Ambassador Dennis?
Yeah, there is so many things new I'm working on. Actually, within the cycle of OTTI, we are currently working on our in-person training, like you know of. Yeah,
Yes.
we are working on our in-person training. We want to leave the online-based learning application, the online-based learning forum, and also come to a point where we will have to welcome our students to our campus base where they will be able to learn effectively. Yeah. And also there are some issues that I have with my personal life. Yeah. And I'm also working on it as well. Yeah,
Okay.
as a leader.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay. Okay. Well, great. Well, you know what? It's always a pleasure speaking with you. Thank you so much for saying yes to being a guest on my show. And I know you have so many other impacts that you're doing, just everything that's new with you. Thank you again for taking time out your schedule to be here. But listen, guys, this is the end of Talks with LaKisha. I'm your host, Dr. LaKisha James, and I always like to leave you guys with something, right? If you impact one person, you've done your job. Okay. So
Sure.
until next time, I am the host of Talks with LaKisha. Have a great day.